evening. I want to thank you for coming to this presentation, and today I want to talk to you about a topic that is affecting our society as a whole. Throughout the United States and in the state of Virginia, we have a lot of violence, domestic violence, that is affecting not only individuals, but it's affecting families as well. I want to tell you a little story that happened to me when I was a child. When I was growing up, my siblings and I suffered domestic violence. My father used to pull my mom's hair and a lot of hitting and screaming and all of that. And my mom one day decided to cut her long hair because she was tired of my dad pulling her hair. So she said, that's it, and no more. So how would you feel if you find out that your mom, your sister, or perhaps one of your nieces is being abused? What would you do? So with this, I want to tell you that in October, since 1987, there was a group created, Awareness Against Domestic Violence. And that was the first month since that year that we have a hotline for domestic violence. So people who is in crisis or have a lot of problems like that, they can call and they get the help that they need. Who is affected in this? We have some statistics and we have some groups, and Medicaid Foundation had a poll last year, and they find out that 89% of the people, or the shelters, they think that the situation is not going to get better, it's going to get worse. We have an 80% that from the people that goes to the shelters are seeking more help, and they have seen that increment. The 77% of the women, they stay longer at the shelters because they cannot find a place to go. The 76% of the shelters are telling us that the government has cut some funds to them, to their programs. 73% they tie to the financial problems. 65% it's tied to the women who stays at the shelters and cannot find jobs because of the economy. 56% notices that violence is worse than it was before, and 48% of the violence is related to the employment, which is tied to the economy. So what are we gonna do? How are we gonna resolve this problem? And one of the things that we can do as an individuals is to volunteers and shelters, help those who are in need, as it says in Matthew 34, it says that we should help those who don't have a place to stay, that they don't have food or something like that. So God intend for us to help families, to help individuals, so we can have a very productive societies. In the aftermath of violence against individuals, we must be ready to help those who need us, as the same way Jesus show his love to us, that he died for us on the cross, as it says in John 13:34. And in the final analysis, God wants the family to be united as he intended from the beginning from the creation, from when he started the whole world. So he wants us to help each other, to be united as a family, and he values this entity because that's how he intended it for us, to stay together. And I want to leave you with a final thought. How can you help domestic violence? So that's a thought for you. Think about it, and that's a wrap.